Hey all my Lushies and welcome back. Today's scent of the video is the Turmeric Latte Body Spray. This one smells exactly like the bath bomb that I believe is still out in stores. I don't know if it's been discontinued yet. I hope not because it is amazing, warming, spicy. It has turmeric, it has tonka in it. I really hope they haven't discontinued the bath bomb because it was chef kiss. I would love to see this in a bubble bar or maybe body scrub. We've already had it in a shower gel, but I would love to see that shower gel actually come into stores. Love it. So today it is I think this is going to be my September, October empties. Not totally sure. Decent amount, mainly more like skin ones than anything because I did have a few on the go. So when they kind of like all ended at the same time, well, I've got a couple of packages. So let's see what I used up. First one, we have Anti-Filtron Shampoo, so saying that wrong. This is one that came in the kitchen years ago. This one was definitely very good if you had blonde hair or a little bit more oily hair. I would only use this like once a week, twice a week if it was like the summer months opposed to like winter months. It was a nice one, but definitely at times could be a little bit drying on my hair. Would I buy this again if it ever came out of the kitchen? Probably not, because I do need one that has a little bit more moisture than this one. We have a skincare product. This is the Kate Somerville Eradicate Daily Foaming Cleanser. This one was a really nice one. I only use this on days when I was washing my hair, so then I would use it in the shower, so I wasn't using it every day. This summer, I definitely noticed a difference when I was using this one. At times this summer, got a little bit lazy with my whole skincare routine, but this one, I think it definitely helped in maintaining my skin. This is one I would definitely repurchase, definitely rebuy. For anybody who has a little bit more sensitive skin, I didn't have any problems with this one, but I did only use it like a couple of times a week just to kind of help balance it out. So I wouldn't necessarily use it daily. This one will repurchase. Actually, I already have, and I'm already working on my second one of these. So this may become a mainstay in my house. Next up, we have classic Mask of Magnum Minty, the Face and Body Mask. This one is a bestseller in stores. It's definitely one of my favorite year-round cleansers that they have. I do only use it maybe once a week, maybe like every other week, just depending on what my skin needs. But I always like to keep it in the fridge, so then that way when I do put it on, it is nice cooling. It also helps it last longer. So I only really need to get one of like the smaller pots, and this will last me a long enough time. Definitely one I would recommend anybody to try it out. This is the self-preserving one. I just like it a little bit better because of the extra honey, the more moisturizing ingredients in it. But if you are vegan, they do have a vegan version of it. It's nice because you can do it your face, but also into your body. So if you do find that you have a little bit of like body acne, this is really good for helping this out. There's a reason why it's a bestseller, because it's amazing every time. Also, another one that is definitely a fan favorite is the Ocean Salt. This is the regular one. I prefer this one over the self-preserving one. I just don't find it works as great for me. I do not use this necessarily on my face, even though it is a face and body scrub. If I do use it on my face, I put a lot of water so the salt does melt a lot, but I prefer to use this on my body, especially my legs, just as a really good deep exfoliating, especially if you're about to shave. This is amazing for it. There's a reason why those bestsellers are so great, because they are awesome. Next up, ooh, yeah. So this is the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser for all skin types. Now, I'm very glad that I bought the smaller size in this one. I think this is like their travel sample one. I could not use this one up fast enough. I think it worked great. It was fine. My issue with it was the smell and the texture. Reminded me of cucumbers when they start to kind of go off. They start getting that extra little bit like slimy texture, do you know what I mean? And this is kind of what it smelled and felt like. It was a really weird, like I felt like I was putting cucumber snot on my face. It's more of like a gel cleanser, so I would kind of expect that, but it was still just like a really weird consistency, one that I was like, okay, we're gonna use a decent amount of this and use this up a lot faster than I would normally with my cleansers, just because I was like, I paid money for this. I'm not going to waste it. We're going to use it up. But I had thought. I mean, overall, yeah, it did work for my skin. I didn't really notice anything crazy different. I just couldn't get over like the feeling of it and everything. No, not for me. Not for me. If you find it and it works great for you, great. I just could not get over cucumber slug water. Ooh, I got a lotion here. We have a Charity Pot, one of the smaller ones. I love Charity Pot, especially when I do have really dry skin. When it is starting to get colder, when I do notice that my skin just feels that extra tight, I do a good exfoliation, and then I always add some like Dream Cream or like a heavy lotion on it. Charity Pot, really great for that. It is one that you do have to let it like settle onto your skin a moment, so don't kind of just like put it on and expect to like go, because it does have that like more greasy feeling, but it's more just trapping it in and making sure your hands are really nice and moisturized. But I usually only get the smaller one because it takes me so long to use it up. And I also have a lot of extra lotions, but when I really need that hard-hitting one, this is one I go to, Charity Pot. Ooh, another lotion that is always a staple is Dream Cream. We all know how amazing this one is. If you do have sensitive skin, if you have a little eczema on your hands, especially as we're now going into these colder months, I always like to have one of those smaller pots of these on hand. Again, mainly for my hands, and especially as I'm back to the theater, which is like cement building dryness, fabrics are really drying, so my hands are really gonna need the extra love right now. So I'm probably gonna pick up another one of these just to have on hand, because these hands are gonna need it really, really soon. We know why it's amazing, why it keeps on going viral. It's an awesome product. Oh, another cleanser. So we have the Ordinary, the Squalene Cleanser. Another one that I really love. I would always use this one more at nighttime as my second cleanse after I like did my first one with my emulsifying cleanser, and I would go in with this one. I really like it. I think it's really great. There's a little thing I'm not sure if I want to buy any more of the Ordinary again, just because it has been bought out by, I believe, L'Oreal, and there's some not so great things, but L'Oreal is such a huge umbrella about all these different brands and companies that I probably have already like purchased for them in these. So I'm still not sure, but it is a really great cleanser. It's really nice and affordable as well. And I do like that you can actually go into Sephora and buy it physically, opposed to that they just had it online before. So I do appreciate that. So one that's really good if you want a nice gentle one and you don't want one that's going to break the bank, this is definitely one that I recommend for that. Next we have the Pixi Glow Tonic. This is one that it was okay. I feel like the exfoliating toner that I had before was a higher concentrate than this one. So then when I went back to this one, my skin was like, meh, whatever, girl. You've already had Primo one. What's up with this bullshit? I think if you're getting into chemical exfoliants, this is a good one to start with. You can get at like your local drugstore just to see how your skin can react and slowly like build up the tolerance and see how it goes. But I think I've just moved on into other higher concentrates, other better formulas than this one. Still a nice little kind of base entry one. So would recommend this one to people. Oh yes, the gorgeous facial moisturizer. I bought this one when I was still working for Lush, so I did not spend the full amount on just this little pot. I did have a discount on it. But would I ever rebuy it again now that I don't work there anymore and I don't have my discount? I don't think so. Like, it's a really nice one, but really it's more of a lotion that has a little bit of like an exfoliating, like a little bit of like a chemical exfoliant, but not really in it. And for my skin personally, it does better with more creamy moisturizers. Like Skin Shangri-La is the one that I would rather have than Over Gorgeous. It's great. I know some people love it, and they use it very sparingly because you don't need a lot for it to do what it needs to do. But for me, I would just have a rather moisturizing. If you are looking for more moisturizing, this is not going to be it. This is not one that is like, here's jam-packed moisturizer, your face is going to feel like butter. You want that, you go for Skin Drink and you go for Skin Shangri-La, not Gorgeous. This is better to brighten, tone the skin, then hydrate it. If you ever want to try it, just go and ask for a sample and then see how you feel. All right, last two products. We have the Fenty Skin. This is their daily moisturizer, which actually has an SPF. And the one thing I do like about this one is that you can buy the refillable cartridges to do it. So you can just keep this part, buy this, so it does help on packaging. That being said, I'm also not much of a fan of this packaging. It is a little clunky at times, and I mean, you don't 100% get the full amount that you think is here. You're actually getting what's in here. But I do really like the moisturizer. It was really nice to have a moisturizer with an SPF on the days when I wasn't going to be outside that much, or I was mainly going to be inside, so I could still have my SPF, but didn't have to fully slather my face into it. Definitely am repurchasing. I'm actually waiting on a package of this to come, but Sephora mail have lost it. It's gone where? Now all the stores are sold out of it. Hopefully soon I will have my little refill package because mama needs a new one. And my last empty that I have is the Blush de Noël Facial Cleanser. This one is usually a staple at Christmas time, and truthfully, I don't know if it actually came back for this Christmas range. And if it is out, I don't think I'm actually going to purchase any. I've sort of moved on from this cleanser. I do still really like it. I think it is a really nice one. Any bits of it that I do have left over, I will definitely use up and will love using it. I've kind of found other ones that I like a little bit better, and because I've moved on to more like chemical exfoliants, I don't necessarily want to always then have the physical exfoliants, but it is still a really nice one. If you do want to use it year round, what I would recommend is buying the bigger pot, chopping it up into like small little pieces, freezing those, and then transferring them back into there, and then just taking out a small little amount as you need it. And then you can last it all year. That is how I made mine last as long as it can. It still smells amazing. It smells like a Christmas dessert, which is amazing. Who doesn't like Christmas desserts? As your skin ages and you age, you do have to try new things. Your skin changes, so you need to see what is going to be working better for it now. And that is completely okay. Your routine that you had when you were 20 probably isn't working the same as it is right now as you're in your 30s or even in your 40s. And that's fine. There's so many different brands, so many different products, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Ordinary has tons of great products that you don't have to spend all the money on like Kate Somerville. So just find what works for you. And there we have it. So that is my basket of empties that I've used up in September and October, or just October. I don't really know. I can't remember what my last video, what I had it as. I can see at least 2 products that I will be repurchasing. Some little staples that I have, one that I will not be purchasing ever again. No cucumber juice on my face. What are some of the empties that you guys have used up this month? Let me know below. Or is there any of the products that I've just shown you that you've used, and how do they work for you? Did they work the same? Do you have similar thoughts? Let me know below. So how was everybody's Halloween? I had a really low-key one. I had to work, and then I just kind of like stayed home, handed out the few little bit of candies that I had my fun makeup on from like the day before. I still have a lot more makeup ideas that I want to do on my page. Still ready to do some Halloween, some spooky stuff before we fully get into Christmas season. But Christmas is coming, and Christmas products, they're here. They've been out for like, it seems like a month. I didn't want to do anything until after Halloween is over. Now that Halloween is over, we'll have a bit of a mix of spooky and some Christmas ones slowly coming in. I'm excited to see what this festive season holds and all the fun that's gonna have, and yeah. Anyway, that is all from me today. Enough of me rambling on and on. Pretty much the same stuff as always. So everyone, I hope you are happy, healthy. Make sure you're getting your vaccine 1 and 2, and I will see you guys all in the next one. All right, love ya. Bye.